college is a time where you're finding yourself and you're figuring out, what Judaism is going to mean to you coming out of university.
One's religious inner life is just as important as one's intellectual life or one's public life.
I think Chabad is integral for any Jewish student, primarily because it gives them a Jewish community that they can call their own.
I could tell from the minute I walked through this door that this is exactly what I was looking for. The energy here is so vibrant. It's such an accepting and wonderful culture.
Total melting pot and a mix of people who come from all different types of Jewish communities.
And they provide a wonderful, wonderful just fellowship and welcome.
Having Chabad here on campus provides one of those important sites where students and faculty can engage with one another in a way that I think is really critical to a liberal arts education.
Their undying ultimate goal is to help students grow, to help students see the beauty of Judaism, see the beauty of religion, and that knows no bounds.
They have been so helpful to me in terms of teaching me more about Judaism.
Have regular learning programs.
You're never at a loss for a Chabad event. Like, they're always there and they always want you to come out.
Chabad does things big. They brought bigness and they brought fun to campus in a new way.
If you're part of an eating club or if you're part of purely social groups, Chabad finds a way to reach you there.
I think one of the things about this university is, as we look back on its history, it was obviously a place that at times was quite hostile to Jews.
So Rabbi Webb arrives with his beloved and wonderful wife, Gitty. They rent a small apartment on Nassau Street.
Just a super narrow place.
Where they would move aside the couches and cram in folding tables.
People were jammed to the walls, but there was such a sense of community and warmth and happiness.
It was some time ago when Michael Scharf from the great class of 1964 approached me with the possibility of purchasing a house here in Princeton that would be the home for Rabbi Webb, but really the home of Chabad.
Thank God we now have not one property, but we've now purchased a second Chabad house. We've hired a second Chabad couple, the Brooks, Bensi and Chaya, who are learning, they are teaching, they are extending the warmth and caring of Chabad to a whole new level.
Lubavitcher Rebbe always said Jews had to be lamplighters, had to go out and light lamps and spread Judaism and show people the wonders of our faith.
And that drives us every single day. It reminds us and motivates us.
I think the Webbs are really what bring about the spirit of Chabad.
There's a level of engagement and a level of action that goes beyond any description I can possibly give.
Rabbi Webb and Gitty Webb become, surrogate parents.
It feels like we, the students, are their children just as much as their own children are their children.
I love my parents, but unfortunately they don't live in Princeton. So I love that Chabad has adopted me.
And of course, I don't need to tell all the Jewish mothers out there how important that is, that you can lay down at night knowing that someone else is there to watch over your child.
They will take a call at any point in the night for advice, for spiritual guidance, for anything really that's on your mind. One of my first interactions with Rabbi Webb was him telling me that I could come over to his house at any point in the night and take whatever I want from his fridge. And I have taken him up on that offer quite a few times, and I know other people have also.
And now they've become two of my very closest friends, and I can't believe it when I say it's, almost 9 years later, and we're still so close.
One of the special parts of Chabad at Princeton is the way that they sustain and maintain relationships.
It's been 10 years since I graduated, and I'm still in touch with them very much regularly.
Eitan must be in the city at least every week.
I get a text on a Wednesday from Rabbi Webb saying, let's study Torah this Sunday.
And in addition, there have been a ton of events that they organize specifically for alumni.
We have alumni events throughout the country, in New York City, in Washington, D.C., in Boston, Massachusetts, in Los Angeles, California.
Princeton doesn't end with the 4-year duration, neither does one's relationship with Princeton Chabad. That's a lifelong relationship, lifelong love.
One of the things that really impressed me was last year I became the first Princeton president to host an alumni event in Israel, and it was a wonderful event. We had an extraordinary number of people coming together. I was blown away that Rabbi Webb made the trip from Princeton to Israel for a Princeton alumni event outside of Tel Aviv. That was terrific.
Eitan Webb, a few years ago, about 4 years ago, he randomly emailed me and eventually introduced me to the woman who is now my wife.
Chabad's growth has been astonishing, astounding, it's been inspiring.
Chabad has clearly established itself as part of the firmament here at Princeton, and I hope that continues for a very long period of time because I think it has served our students exceedingly well.